My father pointed at the door in front of 18 relatives and shouted, "Get out and stay out." My mother stayed silent, my sister Victoria smiled, and my brother Nathan looked down. Nobody defended me. I grabbed my coat and walked away. They thought they had just removed the biggest failure from the Bellamy family. They had no idea they had just created the success story they would regret for the rest of their lives. My name is Jimmy Bellamy. I grew up in a family where everyone was expected to become a doctor. My father was a respected surgeon, my mother was a physician, my sister was a neurosurgeon, and my brother was in medical school. I was supposed to follow them. But during my 3rd year of medical school, I realized medicine was not my dream. I became obsessed with blockchain technology and financial systems. So I left medical school in 2022. My family never asked why. They simply decided I had failed. At family gatherings, my mother called me someone who was still figuring things out. My father barely spoke to me. Meanwhile, my siblings were constantly praised for their achievements. What they did not know was that I was working every night. I invested $50,000 into cryptocurrency and started building a blockchain security company called Vault Chain. While my family thought I was wasting my life, I was writing code, studying markets, and building my business. By 2025, Vault Chain had millions of users. I had 18 patents, and my personal portfolio was worth more than $42 million I never told my family. Then came my parents' 35th anniversary dinner. My mother invited me, but when I arrived, I was placed at a small table away from everyone else. During dinner, my father proudly announced Victoria had received an international speaking invitation for her work in neurosurgery. Everyone applauded. Then he looked at me. "Jimmy, what have you accomplished?" I told him I worked in blockchain security. He laughed and called it gambling. My mother said they were embarrassed to tell people what I did. Then my father slammed his hand on the table. "You are a disgrace to this family." He pointed toward the door. "Get out and stay out." I looked around. 18. People watched me leave. Nobody stopped me, but they still did not know the truth. 9 days later, Forbes published its 30 under 30 list. My name was there. Jimmy Bellamy, 26, founder and CEO of Vault Chain. The article revealed my company, my patents, millions of users, and my $42.5 million portfolio. Within hours, investors and journalists were contacting me. Then my parents discovered it. My father searched my name and found articles about Vault Chain. He realized the daughter he had, called a failure, had secretly built a multi-million-dollar company. My sister unfollowed me. My younger brother Nathan called and apologized for staying silent. I appreciated it, but trust would take time. Then I used my success to help others. I created a $5 million scholarship fund for women, entering technology, and donated $2 million to a hospital serving uninsured patients. My father had called blockchain fake money. That fake money was now helping real people. Then, a major investment firm offered $50 million for Vault Chain, giving the company a $180 million valuation. Suddenly, my parents wanted to see me. 4 weeks after throwing me out, they appeared at my penthouse. My mother looked around and said, "We had no idea you were doing this well." I looked at her. "You had 3 years to ask," my father suggested, that his hospital could use my technology, and proposed working together. I immediately understood why they were there. They were not sorry. They wanted access to my success. "You didn't come because you believed in me," I told them. "You came because everyone else finally does." My mother cried and said they were my parents. I answered, "You chose to stop being my family first." Then I opened the door. They left. After that, relatives started asking for jobs, investments, and favors. I ignored them. The only family member who never wanted anything was Uncle George, the one person who had believed in me from the beginning. Months later, I met a young scholarship recipient who told me my story had given her the courage to pursue computer science instead of the career her parents had chosen for her. That moment meant more than all my money, because I finally understood that my success was never about proving my family wrong. It was about proving myself right. They wanted me to become a doctor. I chose technology. They wanted me to follow their definition of success. I created my own, and when my father told me to leave that night, he thought he was ending my future. He was actually opening the door to it. Sometimes rejection is not the end of your story. Sometimes it is the moment your real story finally begins.